We've just stepped off the light rail here at Parramatta Square station, and already you can feel the buzz in the air. Parramatta Square is just over to our left. But before we dive into tonight's festival, let's take a quick walk and soak up a bit of history and the vibe of this place. This is Lee Memorial Church. Parramatta itself is one of Australia's earliest European settlements, dating back to the late 1700s. But even before that, this was an important gathering place for the Parramatta people of the Darug Nation, the land's traditional custodians. The name Parramatta is believed to come from the Aboriginal word, meaning where the eels lie down or head of waters, a nod to the rich waterways in the area. As we stroll down Macquarie Street here, you might notice trams gliding past on the light rail line just to our right. That's the relatively new Parramatta Light Rail in action. It's become a pretty iconic feature of Parramatta's streetscape, and you'll see it connecting key parts of the city as it goes through the CBD. This isn't your old-school vehicle. The line opened fairly recently, in December 2024. Marking a big moment for public transport in Western Sydney after years of anticipation, planning, and construction. Walking along Macquarie Street, you'll notice the architecture slowly shifts. From charming heritage buildings to the more modern glass and steel of Parramatta's burgeoning CBD. We keep walking until we reach the entrance to Parramatta Square, turning left off Macquarie Street into what will soon be one of the main hubs for the Parramatta Lanes Festival. You can see this space is transformed. Every corner is buzzing with people, laughter, music, and the irresistible smell of food in the air. It really feels like the heart of Parramatta has woken up and come alive. Parents pushing prams, kids darting from stall to stall with wide eyes, curious about what delicious treat is next. Families are strolling through the square together. Parents pushing prams, kids darting from stall to stall with wide eyes, curious about what delicious treat is next. And groups of friends gathering around colourful pop-up bars and shaded tables, just soaking in the vibe. This is what Parramatta Lanes Festival is all about. Sydney's flagship street festival that turns the CBD into a playground of flavours and experiences. Every year, for 4 huge nights, the festival takes over laneways, parks, and plazas across the city. With more than 80 food stalls, live music stages, art installations, and performances. Scattered through 20 different sites in the CBD, all completely free to explore. This annual festival has been running since 2012 and has grown into one of Parramatta's signature celebrations of food, art, and music, with hundreds of thousands of people attending each year. So now that we've had a taste of the festival inside Parramatta Square, we are heading back out again. This time to explore the lanes and streets that really give this event its name. Because while Parramatta Square is buzzing with food, art, and live music, some of the best discoveries are tucked down narrow laneways and side streets that connect the whole city together. And that's exactly what makes this Parramatta Lanes Festival so fun. It turns the entire CBD into one big playground of experiences you wouldn't expect on a regular night. As we walk away from the square and step onto Church Street, you'll notice this isn't just any street. It's one of Parramatta's main thoroughfares, stretching north, south through the heart of the city. Right here, laid right into the pavement, is the light rail track, a brand new transport line that has reshaped this part of town by connecting people up and down Parramatta with modern tram services. Church Street has always been an important route in Parramatta's history. Back in the 19th century, it was a wide main road used by horse carts and early vehicles as the town grew. Fast forward to today, and that historic corridor now blends heritage and progress in one place. The light rail track running alongside cafes, restaurants, shops, and nightlife spots. As we walk, you can see glimpses of people weaving in and out, stopping for a quick bite or drink. Others just soaking up the vibe in Church Street. As we continue along the light rail path, just taking in the energy of the crowds and the hum of activity around us, we can start to see George Street up ahead. We now walk along George Street, taking in the bustling city vibe. Notice the blend of modern architecture and small shops lining the street, giving it a unique character as we head toward our next stop. Along the way, colourful food stalls offer local snacks and treats, each with its own creative flair. Turning into Horwood Place, we enter a lively corner transformed into Powerhouse Lane. The atmosphere here are adorned with colourful murals and manga-inspired art, making it feel like a scene straight out of an anime. Along the lane, more food stalls pop up, each with its own creative vibe, offering snacks, art, and quirky goods for passers-by. At the end of the lane, we notice a special performance at the stage. The stage came alive with music as part of the curfew program. Vibrant melodies filled the lane, with plucked string sounds and rhythmic beats adding an energetic, worldly vibe. Just around the corner on Hallwood Place, what used to be a simple parking complex has been transformed into a lively event space. Let's go inside to see what's happening. We step inside, but it's still early. The area is quiet and there isn't much happening yet. Just ahead, there's a spot marked Glow Desserts. Let's check it out and see what treats they have to offer. It looks like it is an interactive neon-themed area with glowing lights and creative installations. We walk out from the parking complex and follow the lane back toward George Street. Now we are at the intersection of George Street and Smith Street. Now we are walking along Smith Street, leaving the lively atmosphere of George Street behind for now. Compared to the laneways and event spaces, this area feels more modern and commercial, with clean lines, glass-fronted buildings. The sidewalks are wide, and the street hums with the quiet rhythm of city life. Pedestrians moving to and fro, occasional cars passing by, and the subtle buzz of a contemporary urban centre. As we continue, we notice a prominent building that towers above the street with a sleek, minimalist facade ahead. This is the Western Sydney University Parramatta City Campus building at 169 Macquarie Street. Its presence signals the influence of education and innovation in this part of the city, blending seamlessly with the surrounding commercial spaces. Turning right just past the university, this is Macquarie Street. This street opens up to more boutique shops and professional offices. On the right is the Parramatta Square Light Rail station, where we hopped off at the start of our walk. Without much notice, we find ourselves back at Parramatta Square. The square feels familiar now, framed by modern buildings and open spaces. From here, we head into the heart of the square to explore its interior spaces, discovering the shops, public art, and open areas that make this city hub so lively. Now, we continue our walk into Parramatta Square to explore the Parramatta Lanes Festival. The square comes alive with colourful stalls, live music, and interactive art installations, offering a vibrant mix of food, creativity, and entertainment. From this central hub, the festival spreads through the lanes and open spaces, inviting everyone to immerse themselves in the sights, sounds, and energy of the evening.
So much. Beautiful. Give it up for Charu and Jaden one more time. Esteban, you are here. I'm so excited to see the singing, the dancing. It's all gonna happen. Esteban, Bruce.
After exploring the narrow laneways with their heritage facades, colourful murals, and intimate festival stalls, stepping into Parramatta Square feels like a shift in pace. Here, the festival spreads across open plazas framed by modern high-rise buildings, sleek glass facades, and wide pedestrian areas. The atmosphere changes, from the warm, creative energy of the streets and historic lanes, to the bustling, contemporary vibrancy of the commercial hub. The organisers have really thought of everything. They're even giving away dehydrated packs to help visitors stay refreshed during the festival. The building in the front is the Five, which is a community, cultural and civic hub in the heart of Parramatta's CBD. Hey, it seems there will be something happening here. Did you see the performers standing at the bottom of the pillars? They're hanging with wires, preparing to ascend the tall sandstone columns of Parramatta Square. Now the performance has begun. This is Ascend, an aerial performance by legs on the wall, where the artists climb, swing, and move gracefully along the vertical structures. As they rise, their movements transform the pillars into part of the performance, creating dramatic shapes and patterns against the city skyline. The combination of height, lights, and precise choreography makes it one of the most striking spectacles of the Parramatta Lanes Festival. What an amazing performance! The aerial artists from Ascend move gracefully along the towering pillars, their choreography turning the sandstone columns into a living stage. The movements and the tension in the air make it truly a spectacle, one that draws everyone's eyes upward, mesmerized by the artistry and daring of the performers. Compared to when we first arrived, the square is now noticeably busier. People are slowly filling the open spaces, pausing to watch the performances, snap photos, and explore the festival stalls. The energy is building as more visitors join in, giving the square a lively, bustling atmosphere that reflects the heart of Parramatta during the festival. We start walking in the direction of Parramatta train station and Westfield shopping centre, following the flow of people and the vibrant pulse of the city. Westfield Shopping Centre, with its sleek glass facades, marks the end of our walk today, providing a modern backdrop to this lively urban festival experience. Parramatta has revealed itself as a city of contrasts. From intimate heritage lanes and creative pop-ups to large open civic spaces full of energy and life. And that wraps up our walk through Parramatta during the Lane Festival. From heritage streets and colourful laneways to modern civic spaces and breathtaking performances. There's so much energy and creativity to explore here. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss our next city adventure.